What's going on, guys? Genie9 back at you again today. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, consider pressing that subscribe button down below, and if you enjoy and find this video helpful, hit that like button down below as well. It will greatly help out the channel. And again, thank you guys for tuning in once again. As you've seen on the title, it's how to remove paint off your taillight or your headlights. So you probably thought of, hey, I want to customize my taillight or my headlight and spray paint it, and now you're thinking to yourself, crap, I don't like how it looks, or I want to finally change it back. So here is the way to finally restore that properly and safely on your taillight or headlight. Here's a good example. Looking at these two taillight, one of these is a fake. Can you tell which one it is? I'll give you a few seconds. Just looking at it. Yep, so if you're a true JDM fanatic like me on taillights and headlights, you can automatically tell that that top one is the culprit. This one right here was painted to look like a JDM taillight, so they did a really great job of doing it too. I mean, it's a good paint match. Here's the original. This is actually a JDM 8, that's why it's matte black. This JDM 9, that's why it's shiny mirror. But you can tell that they painted this right here. Now what we're going to do in this video is we're going to take off this paint right here and fully restore this taillight right here, and also at the same time take out all those nasty scratches right there. I actually have the original US DM9 taillight right here, used one, and we're going to restore it back to this original state. So a lot of you guys do these modifications. I mean, it's a great modification. I've seen a lot of Evo owners who convert their Evo 8 taillights and make it, you know, spray paint them red to make it JDM 7. Nothing wrong with that. This video is completely to show you how to restore it back to normal so that you can further paint it to whatever color that you wish: green, blue, black, red, pink, up to you guys. So this video is actually going to consist of two phases. The first phase is we're going to remove the paint and fully scuff it out. The second phase is we're going to polish it, restore it, and back to mint condition. Now here are the tools that you're going to need. You're going to be using a lot of water. Now I'll leave the link down below on every single one of these that I've used. Check out the links so you don't have to go wasting your time trying to find these, and I'll just do them for you. Here's a pack that comes with different grits of sandpaper, and they come 3 of each. So the grits that you're going to use for the sandpaper is 600 grit, 1500, and 3000 grit. And then you're going to need a spray bottle, lots of water, sanding block. Make sure it's the squishy kind that you can easily go with the contour of the taillight. And that is the first phase. Now the second phase, if you stick with the other half of this video, is how we're gonna buff it and polish it out and take out all those scratches and make it look like new again. Stay tuned for that. And if you're wondering what I use that, I use the Torx T-O-R-X buffer, some cutting pads right here, and a polishing pad, and some polishing and cutting solution. And now again, I'll leave all these items on the description down below so you can click on them and find them easily. And I'll explain later on each and every one of these cutting compounds and polishing compounds and how to use them properly and effectively. All right guys, but first off, let's go with phase 1. We're gonna be making a lot of mess and it's gonna get really wet. So what I did was I saran wrapped one of my pads right here. Again, we're gonna be dealing with a taillight right here that is very fragile, so you don't want to lean it against concrete or any hard surfaces. It might crack, especially right here on these corners are very notorious in cracking, so you want to take very good care of it. And also you want to try to avoid getting all these wires wet. Now again, these are exposed to the weather. When you put it on your car, water will drip down here. That's why it's weatherproof, so it's okay to get these wet. Just try to avoid and do your best not to fully soak it with water. You're going to take the 600 grit sandpaper and wrap it around your sanding block right here, just like that, you know, and you're just going to hold it in place as you sand like that. You're going to wet this thoroughly with some water. Again, water is your best friend. So I've used a lot of water onto the face of the taillight. Start sanding. Now again, I'm going to be using a medium to light pressure. You can see, guys, it is already coming off easily. Right there, all the amber is coming off, all that orange paint. Spray some more water. And continue on. As you can tell, that these are the US DM9 Evo 9 taillights, and look at how much we've removed so far, and that was within a matter of seconds. Super easy, super effective, guys. Now let's continue on and get the rest out there. Now since we're tackling the corners right there, you want to be really careful on the edges on these things because they are very, very prone to cracking and chipping, and we don't want that. So take your time and go there nice and smoothly across the face. All of the amber is finally off the taillight. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm not just gonna sand this, I'm just gonna sand the whole face, guys, because as you can see, these have micro scratches on them, and let's do away with them and just sand the whole thing. And I'll show you on phase 2 how to fully buff this to brand new. So don't be scared. Fully sand it with the 600 grit right across like that, and we'll go and degrade the sand grit paper in a bit. All right, so let's just go through the whole face with the 600 grit sandpaper. So now we are deleting all those microfiber scratches and creating more scratches. I know it's very, very counterproductive, but you'll see in a bit what I'm talking about. That was one side of the headlight. Let's do the other side and repeat the same steps. Use a lot of water and repeat the same steps and go over it with the 600 grit sandpaper. All the paint is off. You can finally install it on your car. Perfect. Now, you know I'm just kidding, right? I'm not gonna have you put that onto your car now it's all cloudy and full of scuffs. This is phase 1. If you're ready for phase 2, stick around and we'll get this shining like brand new again. All right, guys, so that's how simple it is when taking off the paint. Nothing to it. Just use 600 grit sandpaper, lots of water, use one direction, horizontal direction, and just keep doing it with light, medium pressure all across the face, and you should be getting that paint right off. That's where we're at. Stay tuned for phase 2. We're gonna be polishing and we're gonna do some more sanding. So again, guys, welcome to phase 2. So on phase 1, we sanded this face with 600 grit sandpaper. On phase 2, we're going to be using 1500 grit and 3000 grit sandpaper. We're going to go next to 1500 grit sandpaper, and on the 600 grit, you know how remember we went horizontal, and this one we're going to go on vertical so that we can clear and get rid of all those horizontal scuffs right there. Easier when you have the taillight out of your car. If it is on your car, it's a little more tricky, and you're gonna have to do a lot of masking around the face so you don't mess up your paint. But I highly suggest on taillights like these where you can easily just take it out. It's a lot better to just take it out of your car. One piece of sandpaper like this should cover both taillights. Now you see all the vertical scratches, and we've actually made it more cloudier. We're gonna do the same thing on that side. You can actually see that when it's wet, it's super clear. Now check it out, when I dry it, it's gonna go back to cloud. See how cloudy that got? Now we're gonna finalize it with 3000 grit sandpaper, and instead of going vertical, we are now gonna go horizontal on each and repeat the same step. I finally sanded it with all 3 grit sandpaper levels, the 600, the 1500, and 3000. So that is what it looks like. It looks cloudy. Now it's time to polish it clear. Now what I'm going to be using is some Chemical Guys compound. So I'm no way sponsored by Chemical Guys. I'm just using this because this is what I found with good reviews, and I found a lot of people use this and it was very effective. So we have different levels of compound. We got the 32, 34, 36, 38, and the higher you go, the finer grits it will polish out. Like for the 38, since we used the 3000 grit sandpaper on the final phase, this might be the best bet for that. Now I highly suggest that you can get this all in the 4-pack. So these are all just kind of like sample versions if you want to try it out. But that's what I'm doing right now, and I'll leave the link down below of where to get all these materials. So to simplify, guys, here's what I did. I wrote down everything. So this compound right here, the V32, will polish out 1200 to 1500 grit sandpaper, 34, 1500, 2000, 36, 2000 to 2500, and the final polish 38, 25 to 3000. And I'm going to be using a buffer or orbital buffer right here. I'm going to be using the starter Torx buffer. Again, this is the highly cheapest one that I saw for beginners, and I by no means am a professional, so I'm going to be using a beginner buffer, and let's see how it works. It already comes with the Velcro backing, and we're going to be using, for cutting, we're going to be using the cutting pad, and then we'll finish with the buffing and polishing with the white pad. All right, so be super simple. Let's go and start buffing it out. Then I'm going to put the setting to 1, just to application. I'm going to move my setting all the way up right when we get more comfortable with the speeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That should be enough. Apply it to the pad. Now check out the difference so far, guys. That is only using the cutting compound. I try to use this V32, the extreme compound, and let's see if we can get all those scratches out. I mean, it's already looking clear, but the scratches are still there. Now let's apply this. Now this V32 is super amazing, guys, because all those scratches disappeared. Check it out. This is the area that I ran with the V32. This is the area that I didn't run with the V32. It has scratches, but with the V32, it cleared it all up, all brand new. Ooh. Let's do the rest. I just got done buffing it out. You guys want to see the before and after results? Check it out. It's so amazing, guys, how it turned out. Check it out. Boom. Look at that. No scratches. Check out the difference, guys. So this is the one I buffed out already. No scratch. Just like brand new. And then you have this one that we're gonna do next. Check out the difference, guys. Amazing. that's how you properly restore headlights or taillights, with using this wet sanding and compound method. What do you guys think? So here's the final product, guys. I haven't ran it with the polish yet. That was just the compound. The final finisher, if you want to make it super more shiny, use it, but I think it just looks really good as it is right now. I will probably use the polisher just to do a super more polish on it, but I think this is good. So that's pretty much it, guys. Now again, I haven't run this with the final polish yet. You can do that, but in my taste, I think I've gone to the point where it actually looks amazing already. But it is your choice. You can run it with the final polish, but check these out. I think these deserve a cinematic. Check the final results. So guys, that about wraps up the whole video. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think of this paint removal slash restoration for these taillights. Again, they turn out amazing. I want to know what you guys think on the bottom section. Leave your comments in the section below, and make sure that you guys click on the links down below if you want to know what products I use. They are all down below in the description. Go click them, check them out. I made it easy for each and every one of you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in once again. Super easy. You can do this at home. You don't have to be a professional. I'm not a professional. If you like this video, please press that like button down below. And please press that subscribe button as well down below so you can further be in tune with what's going on my channel and support the channel as well. Alright guys, thank you so much for your support and for watching. You guys have a good day. See you in the next DIY. See ya.